Crisis is now looming in the Kenya Defence Forces after President William Ruto stood before the Navy and before the country and made this declaration.
I can now confirm that we are ready and in a place where we can deploy resources in the modernization of not just our police, but much more importantly, our military, because progress going forward, development going forward is going to be anchored on peace, security, and stability.
The president says that he can now confirm that his administration is ready and is in a place where resources can be deployed to modernize not just the Kenya Police Service, but also the Kenya Defence Forces. And this is precisely why many Kenyans have expressed genuine concerns. The culture of fake promises and executive lies is likely to land the military into crisis because the president is known not to keep his promises, even the ones that he says with utmost confidence. William Ruto has gone into the books of history for having topped the list of presidents that do not honor their unilateral declarations as commanders-in-chief. Now I want you to get this right. The military is not like the general public where the president can just stand and lie to. That internet and phone calls would be free, only to back down on that promise without giving any substantial reason whatsoever.
Kila nyumba, kila soko, kila shule, kupiga simu hautahitaji tena bundles. Unajua watu wengi wanahangaika na bundles, bundles. Kwa sababu sasa tuna deploy internet. Simu unakuwa unapiga free of charge. Simu haitakuwa inakatika kwa sababu sasa tutakuwa tumedeploy internet.
The military is not like mothers and young parents whom the president can just lie to as is convenient to him and later on back down on the promises as if he had never even heard of his own words. To put things into perspective, not only did the president fail to deliver on the promises of free diapers, but he even planned to impose taxes on them in the finance bill that was later on massively rejected by the people of Kenya.
I commit to provide mothers of newborn babies with diapers for their children for a minimum of 3 months paid for by the government of Kenya.
Now, it worries me a great deal because the president, as we have seen in the last 2 years in which he has been the commander-in-chief, he has not been actually doing the real work. He instead has been playing politics of impeachment, the politics of revenge, and the politics of challenging anybody and everyone who dare criticize his administration. William Ruto's greatest skill has been giving fake promises. And when I say this, I know that I'm being fair to the head of state and to the public because this is somebody that can be seen by everybody. If the president fails to fulfill the promises that he has made to the Navy and to the military, then I can assure you that great crisis will inevitably result. There can be nothing as terrible as the military losing confidence in their commander-in-chief because the supreme commander has apparently backed down on his words. Now, this is something that we can all see. If I was to award marks to President Ruto in terms of keeping of promises, then I would literally give him 1 out of 100. That is to say, actually 10%. Modernizing the Navy is not something easy, and it involves purchasing of modern advanced warships with insane capabilities. One of the biggest warships we have is referred to as Jasiri, and it was built in France at an inflated cost of 4.1 billion shillings. Just imagine. How then will President William Ruto modernize the Kenya Navy if he could not deliver on the promises as basic as free diapers to mothers and free calls amongst Kenyan citizens? Modern naval warfare involves aircraft carriers, sophisticated signals, and expensive intelligence gathering equipment, many of which we do not possess as a country. As we speak, the Kenyan Navy has for a very long time remained to be old school. And I'm convinced that it is unprepared to meet the current emerging threats of global terrorism. We do not know, we do not even have enough fleet, because in naval warfare, some ships are usually sunk by enemy forces, and we need enough to be able to sustain ourselves against foreign maritime invasion. I am extremely worried as to whether President William Ruto is prepared to catch this bull of military modernization by its horns. In fact, some observers say that the so-called modernization could just be another means of obtaining cash for the 2027 campaigns, but I will leave that for you in the comment section so that you can decide. President Ruto has been spending money on things that do not really matter, in my opinion. It was not necessary to spend billions of shillings in migrating the country from NHIF to SHA, because as a country, we only needed to improve on service delivery of NHIF. A complete shift into a different insurance scheme altogether was expensive, and it was uncalled for. Instead of the billions being channeled towards military preparedness, the president has decided to play around with taxpayers' cash here and there in a manner that does not please the God of heaven. At the end of the day, guys, this is just but my opinion. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this. And if you're watching for the first time, please remember to check out my channel, and I guarantee you will get a lot of content on current political, policy, and governance issues in our country.